I have on just a diaper and a satin diaper cover that has ruffles around the leg openings, waistband, and 4 across my bottom. I have on some very soft matching booties, and matching ribbons make my ponytails. I am starting to feel very antsy. I have an ache in my soul I cannot define and need to be alone. I take a white crocheted spread from the bed. I wrap myself loosely in it and open the nursery door when Nana isn't looking and is busy. I know baby shouldn't go anywhere without someone to watch over her, but I needed to be alone. I quietly close the nursery door and walk down the hall towards the gardens. Many people from multitudes of worlds fill the halls and all greet me and bow or curtsy as I pass. I hear, "My lady," until I want to scream. I must be alone. I find the door and wander into the Garden of the Moon. I sit in one of the gazebos. Here it is quiet and very peaceful. I sit and look out over the pond and watch the fishes swim and play below me. I can see my cute face reflecting in the water. I feel so lonely I start to cry softly. I see the large tear drops as they hit the water from time to time and make little rings. It has been a whole week. I haven't been able to even catch a glimpse of Larry, much less get close enough to him to say anything. I want so much to talk to him. I remember the lovers' wish here in the Garden of the Moon. I whisper wistfully to the moon, "Oh, to be Larry Turner's girlfriend. To at least have him speak to me. Or just a small glimpse, maybe." A microscopic surveillance comm picked up her wish. This is one of the seeming magical things built into the Garden of the Moon. The entity that monitors these comms is known as the Master Controller. It is not known how it can do and arrange the things it does. This electronic secret of the garden has long been forgotten. To all the youth and old alike, it is a delightful bit of magic. One of the many mystiques of a mysterious garden. Master Controller knows the young Empress voice. This is priority. I hear a noise behind me. I turn around and see 3 of the scrubbiest men I think I could imagine. They had nasty weapons. All pointed at me. I am scared, to say the least. They start to laugh and giggle to each other. I hear them saying the word rape. They start telling me what they intend to do to me. I don't understand a lot of the sexual stuff they say. I truly expect not to survive much longer. I close my eyes for just a second. There are noises in front of me. Gagging and thumps. I quickly open them again. I see Larry with one man in a headlock with a very nasty gun stuck in his face. I see the 2 others in a fetal position on the ground, gasping and groaning pitifully. I see 5 others of the security team there with very nasty weapons drawn and pointed at the men on the ground. I see the look in Larry's eyes. I am afraid for the men. When Larry speaks, there is an icy chill correctness in his voice. "With all due respect, sir, you should know it is very rude to speak to an imperial baby like that and use such language." It would have been funny, except Larry cocked his weapon then and continued, "Please understand also, I will kill you as soon as look at you. I suggest you lower your weapon. Doesn't really matter if you do. It would be more fun though if you didn't." The man didn't want to drop his gun. Larry held him hard. The man was turning almost purple when he finally dropped the gun. Larry released him. He fell prone on the ground and didn't move. He gagged and coughed weakly. The other 2 looked like they were very content staying right where they were for a long while. Larry moved around until he stood beside me and could closely guard the 3 men. He asked in his wonderful sweet voice, "Is Mickey all right?" My heart felt so great. It was a fantasy, right? A wish to the moon to this. He even saved my life. I was a young woman totally in love. I fully believed in the Garden of the Moon and the lover's wish. I tell him lovingly sweet in a girl's voice who has a serious crush, "I'm not hurt thanks to you, Larry." Larry looks at me with his dreamy eyes and says, "I am most glad to hear it, Mickey. It could have been a lot worse." Larry's expression changes. He says very sternly, "Mickey, you have been a very bad baby girl wandering off that way. You have scared your parents and Nana to death. Not to mention what you have done to all the Imperial Guards. The entire palace is a total uproar." I shake my head slightly. I feel the hair on my head as it falls around my shoulders and face. I bow my head and sigh. I am overjoyed that Larry is here. I just wish it could be under a lot different circumstances. This isn't the right time. Larry sits beside me. He brushes an annoying lock of hair from my face. He asks softly, "Is there something I can do?" "My lady," I reply, "I'm so sorry, Larry. All I wanted was some alone time. I needed to think about some things. Girl things." Larry hugs me gently and kisses me on the forehead. I am almost going to pass out. It is a wonderful thing I have on a diaper. If I wet this time. Larry stands me on my feet and takes me by my hand. He is so huge next to my petty body. I am totally in love with this beautiful man. I feel electric tingles all through me as we slowly walk back towards the nursery. Many guards gather. Larry picks me up and carries me. I put my thumb in my mouth. I am embarrassed. I take it out. I discover it is really hard not suck my thumb. I am still in baby mode after all. With very big girl emotions. I notice he has on a different uniform today. The rank insignia have all changed too. I think this is sort of strange. He also is wearing the braid of Master Personal Bodyguard. Babies don't worry about such things. There were many guards all dressed in their finest uniforms escorting Larry and me to the Great Hall. They all watched me fondly as I laid across Larry's broad shoulder and sucked my thumb. I gave up. I couldn't help it. As Larry carries me out of the Great Hall, I am still on his shoulder. I am sucking my thumb as the Grand Universal Ruling Council watches baby be carried back to her nursery. They all think I am so adorable. At least that's what they say. I wonder. As Larry carried me, he told me I was safe with him. He told me he would give his life gladly to defend mine. I look at him for a second, then give him my sweetest little baby girl kiss I could muster. Larry didn't stand a chance. I timed it perfectly. Caught him square on the lips as he turned his head. I gave him the best baby kiss I could for this man who would die for me. Who had saved my life. I tell him, I give you the permanent position of my most personal bodyguard until such time you and only you decide to change it. With this, I put my arms around his neck and gave him a very UN baby-like kiss. He slowly let me slip to the floor. I was on my tippy toes. There was resistance from him at first as my tongue entered his mouth and caressed his tongue. I could hear the voices of the other guards wishing they were him. I felt him become very aroused. He softened. He suddenly began to kiss me back. I felt his large hands go slowly down my back until he caressed my diapered bottom. I allowed him to pull me into him. I responded in kind. I kissed him back as tenderly as I could. I gave myself to him. His kiss became soft and tender too. I gave him a kiss that was totally reserved for my most special times. This was my most special times. I could feel him becoming seriously aroused. He was accepting me and my affections and drinking them in. I let this man enjoy kissing me for as long as he wanted. I kissed him with the most personal kiss I had ever kissed. This was my first kiss. When he broke the kiss, I blushed shyly and giggled as I bounced on my toes. My head swam and I was dizzy. I said softly in a very sweet girl's voice, "That's for all the sacrifice and loyalty you have given me, Larry. I hope my kiss is something worthy of payment for that loyal service." I blushed and was very shy. I put my finger in my mouth and looked adorable for him and giggled sweetly. I felt giddy. I had pleased him. I knew and was part of the pleasure. Larry had stumbled and almost lost his balance. I knew exactly how he felt. He was dazed in a way he had never been before. He had never had a girl kiss him this way and he was totally taken by surprise. His head swam. We were in front of the nursery door. All the escorting guards were extremely pleased. They had made a circle around Larry and me with their backs to us. Nobody could see what we were doing inside the circle. They all wished they were Larry for that few minutes. They all seriously loved and adored me too. They thought Larry was one of the luckiest guys to have a girl as cute as me give him that kind of kiss. Larry leaned against the wall for a minute until his head cleared. Larry looked at me with an expression of love and adoration. Larry said softly in a voice broken by strong emotions, "Thank you, my lady. That is, payment in full for the rest of my life." I giggle sweetly again and say in a cute voice, "Let's go someplace soon. You and me. Have fun maybe." Larry's eyes shine brightly. He said, "Soon, Mickey. Real soon." It would be sooner than he thought. Daddy and Mommy already approved and gave their permission. He would be told soon. I had no idea. I kiss him softly one more sweet time. I say good afternoon and enter the nursery to Nana and a spanking. It was worth every one.